Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you about what we're doing today. It's going to be something very important. As you know, by all intents and purposes, I am known as a gamer. I game a lot. In fact, this year we played about 150 games. Quite a lot. That includes games that I think I played for at least over 1 hour. So we played an awful lot of games this year. And there's always a lot of discourse around what is the best game, who deserves it, and I, quite frankly, don't care. I've played games from all over this year. It's been games from 1990, 1980, all the way to 2025. So this is going to be the Game Awards for every game that I played this year. Not meaning the games that came out this year, just every game that I've played this year. And we'll pit them all against each other. And some of those games have come out this year, obviously. So we'll see how it goes. Allow me to introduce to you the Monke Video Game Awards 2025, celebrating over 100 video games. Yes, you heard it correctly. So, we have quite a lot of categories to go through. I won't bore you, but basically the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to talk about some amazing games that we played this year, and give credit to where credit is due, even if these games are a little bit old, you know? So, shall we jump into it? Should we jump into the first category? Oh, animations. And now presenting our categories. We have loads of them. We've got best friend slot, best voice acting, best game you can finish quickly. There's a lot. You can read them on screen. I won't waste your time. They're kind of the ones that you expect, but there's also some that are a bit more specific to me, such as gaming sessions that nearly ended our friendship, game that I wish I could have played more of, Mudan's favorite game to edit, maybe the best thumbnail that we saw, but there's quite a lot. So, you know, it's not going to be your standard Game Awards, a bit more discussion-provoking and something that we can have a conversation about. You did not make this? I didn't make this. My team made this. Yeah, full credit. Mudan and the team made this one. So, yeah, I just told him what my favorites. So, let's get into the awards show. Why dilly-dally any longer? Let's start with, you know, a game that we're all used to seeing on Twitch, which is the best friend slop. Now, obviously, friend slop, I don't really like the term a whole lot, but basically games that are meant to be played with friends, you know. So think about it like that. Your face cam is so in the way. Well, you get the point. So we have Peak, we have Split Fiction. Are we there yet? I think we have more as well. We do. Buckshot Roulette, Repo, Headliners, and Keep Digging. Those are the nominations. It was a tough one to pick. There's quite a lot that I enjoyed. Again, this is not what I think is the best one. It's what my personal preference is of which one I maybe enjoyed the most. So there's a lot of good options here, and I went for... The winner is, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Best Friend Slop of the Year in the Monke 2025 Game Awards is... It's Peak. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. Out of all of the friend slop games, if you will, it has the most replayability. There's quite a lot to go back to. They nailed the proximity chat. It's quite good. A lot of games tend to struggle with how good the proximity chat is. And although Peak, it was kind of jank in the first couple of times we played it, I will say overall, it was my favorite one to go back to. So much so, we made like 3-4 videos on it. I didn't mind going back to it. And I loved the character designs, the animations. The difficulty was just enough to keep you coming back. But the other games are also very good too. Don't get me wrong. I liked all of them. It almost feels unfair putting Split Fiction in this category. Maybe it doesn't belong there, but, you know, it is what it is. One that is near and dear to my heart, obviously, as we know, CDawgVA, rip in peace, CDawg is now, is Best Voice Acting. A game that I feel like had the best overall voice acting, and we had a lot. Okay, you want count top left. Okay, well, see, I'm blocking the category. Okay, but, you know, we'll put it up here. All right, I'll put it up here if that makes you feel better, all right? I feel like it's worse. A man chooses, a slave obeys. Okay. This is going to be biased. It might be. We have Dead Take. Obviously a game that I was in. Very biased. It's more of a meme one, to be honest. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not going to win. Borderlands 4, Dispatch, Bioshock, Final Fantasy Tactics, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Titanfall 2. I actually don't know why Titanfall 2's in there. I probably would have removed that. I just didn't have time to check that. But, you know, there are a lot of great games, and there are loads of other games that could have been on here as well, to be completely honest with you. It could have been more stacked. So, it's quite a lot. No Expedition 33. That should have been here as well. But look, maybe that tells you, we'll get into drama. We'll get into the drama, okay? Okay, so Expedition 33 isn't on there, all right? You can say it's rigged. You can say whatever. I don't think Expedition 33 has the best voice acting of this shit. You can shoot me, bro. I think if, you know, we'll talk about it. Let's just show what the winner is. Let's show you I'll show you what I think is the best game, the best voice acting of any game that I played this year it's Final Fantasy Tactics, baby! It's so good! So many people slept on this game. It's so fucking good, man. It's so good. Dispatch is great. It is great. Don't get me wrong, it's amazing. But this game was so fucking good. The voice acting in this game was god tier. Actually phenomenal. If I had to pick a second, it would probably be Dispatch, to be honest. So yeah, I don't even know why Expedition 33 wasn't in the nominations, I'll be honest with you. But like playing this game, you realize why voice acting is just, it adds so much sometimes, especially with the original not having voice acting. Playing this one, it almost feels like that was the main draw. The tactics, the combat system was amazing, but the voice acting for me, by far, was the standout. It was so many good lines, the writing was amazing, and to back it up, they had voices that matched and flowed with the game seamlessly. And look, there's tons of games that could have been here. Still Wakes the Deep could have been in here. Phenomenal, genuinely phenomenal. So many good games of voice acting this year. We've been spoiled. Next up, game that you can finish quickly. I'll move out of the way. This is the best game that you can finish kind of quickly. I think we had it set to under 4 hours was the idea. So a game that, you know, you could probably get within the Steam refund window. We played a lot of good games here that were short, but surprisingly, we played a lot of games that were very much over it. Mouthwashing, Hungry Fly, Keep Digging, Pony Island, Viewfinder, Arctic Egg, Milk Outside of a Bag of Milk Outside of a Bag of Milk. All phenomenal games. All had something that you know, something to look out for and something unique. I do think indie games absolutely crush this category. It's not even remotely close. So let's have a look. Let's see who the winner is. Yeah, it's Mouthwashing. Of course it's Mouthwashing. It's so good. I could talk about this game forever. In fact, I will probably later on into the thing. But Mouthwashing was a game that has sat with me. I've thought about this game quite a lot since I played it. It was such a good game. I really loved this game. But also the other games were good too. I mean, Milk Outside of a Bag of Milk Outside of a Bag of Milk was amazing, as well as the original. Viewfinder had a mechanic that was super, super interesting. Pony Island, always interesting to play games by, I forgot his name. Hungry Fly as well, what a cool experience. And Keep Digging, yeah, there's no way that was going to win. That's just fluff. And I actually don't know why that was in there. So, because I didn't have time to put this all together, I basically went through and made sure at least most of the nominations were exactly the ones that I wanted. But I made sure the winner was the exact one I wanted. So there's going to be one or two in there that might be like, huh? Because I didn't have time to put it together. All right, so we saw that it was Mouthwashing. All right. Game with the best side character. For me personally. Metal Gear Solid, the OG. I actually don't know who it would... I guess it would be the... I don't know why that's there, I'll be honest with you. Final Fantasy X with Waka. We got Titanfall 2. Soma. I forgot her name. We got Fury. For the little bunny rabbit that's always following you. Dispatch for just everyone. All the side characters are amazing. Otakon. Yeah, Otakon. Bioshock Infinite. Obviously, you got Emma. Is it Emma? It is Emma, right? I'm so bad with names. So all amazing games with so many good side characters. I'm going to tell you which one has the best side character that I played this year. And if you don't agree with me, you're wrong, okay? It's gotta be my boy. It's BT. It's the GOAT. BT, man. He could be the main character, but he's not. Elizabeth, that's what I meant, Elizabeth. BT is, okay, first of all, Titanfall 2, maybe one of the greatest games of all time. Let's just be honest. The reason why EA canceled this game was because, sorry, I can't, let me start again. I'm getting too excited. The thought of thinking about Titanfall 3 ever existing gets my heart racing. Titanfall 3 is such a missed opportunity, and I'm convinced the reason why EA didn't want to make it was because they knew that no one would buy any other game after it. No one would need another game. Instead, we got Apex Legends. What a shame. But Titanfall 2 is amazing, and BT is such a fucking good character. Every time he's on screen, he somehow, with so little effort, just manages to capture your attention, and he's so fun. You're rooting for him the entire time, and it's what a boss. Beautiful. Otakon. I honestly, Otakon could also win it. But look, BT is so good, okay? I honestly feel like in my head that he's not even like the main side character of Metal Gear. I know there's so many more, but like there's so many good characters in Metal Gear that I didn't even think of immediately of Otakon. All right. Game that's worth your time. These are long games that require a lot of time from the player. You know, we're talking like 20, 30 plus hour games that they're going to take a hot minute. And we've played a lot of them this year. And a lot of these games require an awful lot from the player. So we got Final Fantasy Tactics, Metal Gear Solid, XCOM 2, Dark Souls Remastered, Expedition 33, Plants vs. Zombies 2, Satisfactory, and Slay the Spire. So we got quite a lot. There's 8 to choose from. Honestly, all of these are worth your time. That's why they're here. It's pretty fucking hard to choose between any of these games. They all are some of the best games of their respective years. So it's very difficult to choose. And I'm sure you all have your own personal preference. But I don't even remember which one I chose now. So this is going to be a surprise for me as well. The game that is worth your time the most, without doubt, is... Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please. It's Expedition 33! It's worth your time, gentlemen. It's just worth your time. I mean, look, it's 33 hours. It's worth it. All of those games could easily have gotten it, but Expedition 33 is most certainly worth your time. It is very, very, very good. I think the Metal Gear series as a franchise, I would probably pick over this, but to pick one game, you know, it's a bit hard to choose a game between a franchise. So I think this is probably the one that is definitely worth it. Little bro's grown predictable. Oh, come off it, man. Come off it, bro. Side note, I actually thought I put it Satisfactory, but I didn't remember it, so I was kind of surprised. All right. Game I wish I could physically hurt. This is a game that belongs in the trash. If it was a human being, I would run them over with my car. We have Tony Hawk Ride. Yes, it deserves to be ran over. Get to work. League of Legends. No explanation needed. Slay the Spire. Actually, I just wish I could kiss it. Dark Souls. And Jump King Quest, which is a very frustrating game. My God. We played a lot of very frustrating games, and Slay the Spire is just a good one. But the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, of the most frustrating game that I wish I could hurt is... Drumroll, please. Yeah, it's Get to Work. I mean, God damn it! For me personally, not only is it frustrating that the gameplay is annoying, but I have to listen to my voice the entire time. At least with League of Legends, I can take it out on someone, but I'm literally listening to myself the entire time. It's as a gamer, it's not fun, okay? It's an upset. It's an upset. They're calling it the biggest upset of the year. I know, I can fairly believe it. Let's talk to the judges. What the fuck were they thinking? Well, Connor, it's a hard thing to choose these things, but we had to decide something, and it was the one that was most befitting of the category. Oh, okay. Well, now we've heard from our judges, let's go back to the awards, shall we? All right, this one's tough. This one's tough, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, we're talking legacies against each other. What is the best game franchise that I've played this year? Is it Metal Gear? Is it Final Fantasy? Is it Five Nights at Freddy's? Is it Dark Souls? Is it Plants vs. Zombies? BioShock? Or Fears to Fathom? It's a tough one, boys. It's a tough one. But which one will take it? And the best gaming franchise that I've played this year. I know, it's going to be a hard contest between PvZ and Metal Gear and FNAF and Final Fantasy. So many games that I played this year. But without doubt, the best gaming franchise that I got into this year and started playing the most of, and has irreparably changed my life, It's got to be, ladies and gentlemen, it's Metal Gear Solid! It's not even close, baby! It's a god-tier franchise! Look, Plants vs. Zombies is amazing. Final Fantasy is great, but come on! Come on, it's Metal Gear, man! It's fucking Metal Gear! It's rigged? How is it rigged? If you played Peak, you would know you have to pick it too! Huh. Plants vs. Zombies is a close second. Alright. Next up, the most disturbing game that we played this year. We play a lot of weird games, a lot of horror games on the channel. But which one was the one that disturbed me the most? Not the best one. Not the one that you think is the best game. All right, bring it back in, bring it back in. The one that when you played it, you're like, oh, I don't feel great about this. You know, and it kind of touches something. We have The Hungry Fly. We have Soma, Look Outside, Mouthwashing. We got My Side. Well, I probably wouldn't have put that one. Fears to Fathom, Slay the Princess, Milk Outside of a Bag of Milk, Outside of a Bag of Milk. I mean, or just the series in general. It's like 20 minutes. And by far the game that disturbed me most, and I don't even think it's close for me personally. Yeah, it's definitely, it has to be, without doubt. I hope I put this down. I'm going to say it before. It's got to be The Hungry Fly. I mean, look, this game, it made me question myself. It made me feel not great. I mean, look, if you watched the video or you saw the stream of me playing this, you will know this is by far the most disturbing game that we played this year. It's not even close. But a very thought-provoking game with a really interesting story. You know, the game touches a lot on you know, this kind of metaphor of being a fly and going through this world. And although I really enjoyed making that video, and it was really interesting to hear from other people what they thought about this game, because I felt like the game was kind of, at least what resonated with me was that the game felt like it was talking about, you know, life with a disability and how it can feel like you need to rely on other people and how dehumanizing it can be at times. I thought it was a really, really, really disturbing but nuanced story that was told super quickly in like 2 hours. It was a really great game. But there's a lot of great games on here as well. Obviously, I just want to take a moment to talk about Slay the Princess and Milk Outside of a Bag of Milk. Phenomenal games. As well as Look Outside, Soma, and Mouthwashing. All amazing games, but just for the sake of most disturbing, it was that one for sure. Okay. Let's go to our next category. The best mouse recommendation. This is a game I played solely because Mouse recommended it to me, okay? That's Keep Digging, Carry the Glass, Split Fiction, Lego Voyages, BioShock, and Five Nights at Freddy's. Which one was the best game that Mouse made me play? Who knows? But I know. The best game that Mouse made me play this year, for me, it was BioShock. I mean, look, the BioShock 1 is still a fantastic game. BioShock 2 and 3 are great games as well, but BioShock 1, what a fantastic story. So iconic. I can't believe I hadn't played it earlier. It was such an amazing game with one of the best voice acting performances I've ever seen. Still didn't win best voice acting. I'm so sorry, Andrew Ryan. A man chooses, a slave obeys. And this is one that I'm very glad that I obeyed to play. But there were other great games too. Let's not forget that we played Five Nights at Freddy's. Phenomenal series. I had so much fun with it. Lego Voyages, a surprisingly heart-touching game that I didn't really expect to be so moved by. Split Fiction as well, mechanically, one of the most impressive games that we've played all year. But, you know, the story didn't really hit as much for me. Carry the Glass, a lot of fun, but very frustrating. Keep Digging. Well, Keep Digging is a game. So, you know. Let's move on to our next category. All right, this is the best beeps and boops, the best music, the music that I remember the most from any game this year. We have Expedition 33, Plants vs. Zombies, Fury, Dispatch, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, it's a tough category. It's a tough category, man. I mean, look, music is so subjective. We all have our differences in what we like. Expedition 33 with a beautiful orchestral, moving soundtrack that constantly keeps hitting, and from an artist found online, you know, like not a Hans Zimmer, but you know, everyone starts, and having a look at this one was phenomenal. Double my slides. Plants vs. Zombies. I mean, do I need to say more? Fury, absolutely beautiful, beautiful game, entirely based around its soundtrack. I mean, this game is a soundtrack with a game in it. It's that good, and the music is so good. And I actually found out that my most listened to album of last year was the Fury album, like the entire song. Dispatch, great music as well. Some really great moments where they use music in the thing, but unfortunately I had to change it to the other one at some point, right? To like mix it differently. Final Fantasy Chronicles, need I say more, a beautiful orchestral mix that is befitting of the world and the time. But which one's the winner? Which one's the winner, guys? And I think it should come to no surprise what I've chosen to you. I think it is so obvious that the best music that I experienced this year, ladies and gentlemen, it's Plants vs. Zombies for the Mark Rober soundtrack. It's so good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what peak looks like. Expedition 33, you should have hired this guy, bozos, because they know what they're doing. This shit is peak, okay? I will not give it to the French. I'm kidding. I mean, no, this is honestly a bit of a meme, but it was really good too. But there's too many good musics. If it's based on which one I listened to most outside, it was Fury. I mean, these games are all so good. Also, Metal Gear should be on here. There's so many amazing games that we played this year with just the fucking best music. Genuinely so good. So go and play all of these games. Okay, this is a bit of an interesting category. This is what I felt like was the hardest hitting YouTube thumbnail. As you know, we work with Chick the Artist, who's a very talented artist. And look, there are a lot of videos on my channel that I don't think people would have clicked on unless they saw Chick's artwork. Chick makes some phenomenal pieces of artwork for the channel and goes 150% every single time. And these are some of the favorites that me and the editors chose. Dark Souls, Slay the Spire, Uma Musume, Bioshock, Skate, Little Nightmares, No I'm Not Human, and Darkest Dungeon 2. I'll talk a little bit about each one real quick. So Dark Souls, absolutely an amazing piece. Chick just went absolutely dicko mode on this one. Slay the Spire, I really love the composition of this one. The Uma Musume one, the action that's displayed in the thumbnail is so fucking good. The Bioshock one is so good. I love when Chick tries to emulate a bit of the art of the time that the game is set. So good. Skate, such a cool piece. It reminds me a lot of the Two Farmers piece. Little Nightmares for the absolute like cinema that is the Willem Dafoe face. The video is a good video, but the game is but the thumbnail is like a 10 out of 10. The No I'm Not Human one I love so much, and I'll spoil it for you guys. It was my initial pick for the winner. I'm not going to lie. It was a great one. I initially picked this, but I'm going to spoil it for you now. It didn't win, but it was my initial pick for winner because the detail on it is so grotesque, and I wish I looked this good. Darkest Dungeon 2. A wonderful piece. And I love when shit kind of emulates the style of the game. But the winner is, I mean, it has to be the beautiful, beautiful Dark Souls thumbnail. This is it, like, kind of cut off a little bit, but the whole thing is so fucking good. It is a testament to Chick's ability as an artist. It is so, so good. The whole piece genuinely is a poster. They made a fucking game poster for a YouTube thumbnail. Chick has gone so dicko mode this year. I'm so grateful that we get to work with Chick. What an absolute talented artist. If you just take anything away from this stream, it is that Chick deserves all the praise in the world for making these stunning art pieces. Like, I cannot praise them enough. What I can praise is game I wish I would take to a desert island, or just I would take. This is, I'm trapped on a desert island. I get no updates. I just get to play one game for the rest of time in its current state. I can play Satisfactory, XCOM 2, Slay the Spire, Monster Train 2. I played like an hour of this on stream, but I ended up playing, I think 40 or 50 odd hours off stream. I got very addicted to this. Plants vs. Zombies 2 or Subnautica. Ooh, it's a toughie. It's a toughie. But there is one clear winner in my mind. This category was like an instant, I know what I'm picking. It was no doubt in my mind. A game that I had to play for the rest of my life. I mean, there's only one that really is the pick for me. And it has to be, without a shadow of a doubt, Ladies and gentlemen, it is Slay the Spire. Oh my God, this game is so good. It's 7 years old, and or 8 or something, and it's still as good as when it came out. It's such a good game. I could easily play this. I could play this forever, man. This is one of the most well-designed games. Every single part of this game feels intentional. There is a reason why every single deck builder has taken some inspiration from this, because they've nailed it. It's so fucking good. It's simple at first, but with such depth. There's multiple builds you can go with each character. You never feel like you're stuck to a single play file, except for the Watcher. I'm sorry, the Watcher is dog shit. Is it the Watcher? No, the Watcher. The woman who does Fury and Chill. I've got a name. This is a game that I feel like, to call yourself a gamer, you have to play at some point. You have to have played this game. But I just want to say, like, Subnautica, amazing. Plants vs. Zombies 2, I could play this game forever. Monster Train 2 as well, if you haven't played it, and you have played Slay the Spire, it's very different gameplay, but a lot harder and really rewarding. Highly recommend it. XCOM 2 as well, I could easily play this forever. The campaign is so good, and with infinite playability, replayability, sorry, so good. And satisfactory as well. I mean, needs no explanation. I practically put infinite hours into this fucking game. You didn't like Slay the Spire? No. All right, well, our next category. The gaming session that almost ended a friendship. Was it the God Gamer Gauntlet? Was it Dark Souls with Mouse? Final Fantasy Tactics with Pete? Or the Return of Vane Gang? Which one nearly ended a friendship? Was it also Satisfactory with Mouse? Mario Party with Artie, Game, Reinho, and Shirahiko? Or was it League Week? I mean, look, there's been a lot of things, a lot of games that damaged your soul, but I think it's very obvious which one it was. I'm not even going to hype it up. It's fucking League Week, bro. League Week, what a waste of time. Talk about a fucking black hole of time. It didn't even help my friendship. Quite frankly, I think it made me and Lud less friends. It was fucking awful. I really wish I could undo this. Next time I do this, if I ever do League or League Week, I want it to be against Lud. I want to fucking stomp him and his bronze ass, because I am sick of being in bot lane with him. It was actually torture. Torture. So, League Week, absolute suffering. And look, I like to practice masochism sometimes. All right. This is games that I wish I could have played more of. I played them on stream, and for some reason, I didn't end up playing more of them on stream. We have Arctic Egg, a game I didn't finish. It was really interesting. Monster Train 2, again, a game that I ended up playing a fuck ton off stream, and I kind of wish I played it more on stream. Astro Prospector, it was an idle game where you had to kind of, I think, hit asteroids to get coffee. Look, I'm a sucker for idle game. Proximate, a really cool game that I wish I actually kind of finished or experienced the rest of the story. A game where you could only traverse a room through echolocation. It was really cool. Ghost of Yote, I only gave it 2 hours. I really wish I had more time. Solar Ash was a beautiful indie game that we played. And again, it was stunning, and the mechanics were really fun, and the platforming was really interesting. I wish I had more time. Dice Gambit. Basically, XCOM with full-on gambling. It was really, really fucking cool. Minutescape Robbed. I beat Minutescape. There's no more time to give it. And Beastie Ball, another indie game that we played. Super well produced, and I could only give it 20 minutes. And for me, I'll be honest with you, chat. Again, when I saw this category, there was only one choice for me that was like the one that I really, really wish that I did a longer stream of. And who knows, I might still to this day. And maybe I'm going to wait a little bit, but the game that I wish that I had streamed more, it is Dice Gambit. Yes, I wish I could have played this game more. It was so fucking good, dude. And I believe the game is out, but I don't know if it's fully released. It was so fun. It seemed like a game that I would sink 40 hours to unequivocally without asking. It's just going to happen. I wish I played it more. And someday I think I will go and play it more on stream. I need to check if the game is fully out or if they're still updating it. But it was a really cool game, and I highly recommend you guys check it out if you're interested in kind of like XCOM 2 vibes, but suffering. So yeah, never heard of it? Yeah, it was an indie game that we played. It was really cool. Next up, wait, how far are we? Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good on time. Next up, the most unique story in a game. Now, this is a very hard category because I think there is a lot of contention because we've played a lot of good games this year with some really interesting stories. Soma, obviously, a phenomenal game, came out in 2015 by the team that made Amnesia. A story about, consciousness, what it means to be human. I think, after thinking about it, one of the greatest endings in gaming ever. I think it's such a good ending, and if you haven't played this game, it is more relevant now than arguably it was in 2015. I highly recommend you play it. It's so good. The Hungry Fly, similarly, a really good game that I think really made me think and feel and understand and empathize. It was such a compelling story and something that I, still think about. Mouthwashing, again, a fucking banger of a game. By far, one of the most gut-wrenching experience emotionally for me. There's a lot of twists and turns. And for me, because I had to do a lot of the voices during the stream, it really, mentally kind of, fucked me up a little bit. I was getting really into these character voices that I was doing. And it was kind of gut-wrenching having to really, give it my all for some of these characters. But I really loved doing it, and it really, really, really was a great game. And I think so much about it. We also have Pony Island, which, as far as story goes, absolutely unique in every capacity. I forgot the name of the developer, but they're so talented at making these games that really fuck with your head. Slay the Spire. What a good... not Spire. Slay the Princess. God damn it. Slay the Princess. Again, a super unique concept. I famously, amongst you guys, do not like visual novels, but this was such a good one. I mean, what a unique story, using perspective to kind of make you really think about how you're perceiving this world, and every single choice you make warps the perspective of these characters. And I think it's a great visual novel, especially. Look, as a man, when you talk to someone from the opposite sex, there's a lot of things that happen there, and there's a lot of brain chemistry that's happening. And I think it's a really great look into how the things sometimes you say really warp the person's perspective of that conversation. I think it's so interesting, and I really loved it. And especially the dynamic in this game, where the woman is, the princess is chained up, and how that really filters into this. And I really love it. And I think a lot about this. Cancel him? What did I do? What did they say? Okay, and of course, Subnautica. Again, a story. I love stories that kind of have this open world, allow you to explore, and you get crumbs along the way. And it's, again, so good. So good. But there can only be one winner. And this one was, honestly, one of the hardest ones to choose for me. It was very, very, very tough. You sound nervous, man? I'm nervous because these are fucking great games, and I love talking about the great games. It's so fucking good. It's a stacked category. You said as a man? As a man, man. Look, as a man, you say things you don't know how people perceive it sometimes. But the most unique story. Oh, there's more. Oh my god. I forgot I had more. Oh fuck yeah, who can forget who's Lila? Oh my god. I forgot to add these. Let's keep talking about them. Who's Lila? What a cool fucking story. You literally control Germa, and you have to use your facial reactions to emote in these lines, and it's really cool how there's so many different endings in this game. I really love telling people to play this game when they're like, I don't like point and click. I'm like, no, you haven't played a great point and click. This game is so evil, and it's so good at getting in your head. You realize very quickly you're playing as a character who maybe has not done so many good things, but it's a really conflicting thing because now you have to kind of choose the emotions you want to perceive. Do I want to hide this? Do I not want to hide this? What is going on? And more importantly, who's Lila? But basically, it's a fucking amazing story, very mindfucky, but ultimately a really unique experience, and one that I think everyone should play at some point. BioShock, what more do I need to say? I think BioShock as a game, most certainly, I think, made people, at least for its time, appreciate voice acting and basically turning a video game into a movie almost. Andrew Ryan is such a believable character. He feels so grounded, and this whole world feels so human and lived in, and it's just amazing. It's such a good game. No, I'm Not Human. Again, one of my favorite games of this year, most certainly. I think when I think about the most interesting stories that I've played, this is definitely up there. I think it's amazing. It uses the game medium perfectly. You're playing these games, and a lot of the times, games don't use you as an active participant to tell the story, but you are essentially listening to this organization that's telling you, hey, kill people with crooked teeth or kill people with clean teeth. So you start doing it. And very quickly, you find yourself kind of propagating this machine and this government organization that tells you to start discriminating on really loose factors. One of the factors is if your eyes are bloodshot. I mean, you know, and you're going to die if you don't get rid of these people. So you start killing them. And you don't realize you're playing through the game. And you're like, oh my God, I'm just as bad as the fucking people telling me to do this. I'm bringing people into my house. And it's genius because the start of the game, you start checking eyes, you know, you start checking teeth, or you start checking fingernails. You're like, okay. But then something starts to get more intrusive. It's about armpits, you know, and it's like, oh, okay. I feel like I'm, you know, to protect myself, I'm completely dehumanizing everyone I come across. And it's a really fascinating game. And I think even a lot of people who played it maybe missed it on their first playthrough, what the game was asking of you, and how it really twists your mind into making you think a certain way. So a really cool game, and one that I could sit here and talk hours about. But the winner is for the most unique story. There can only be one. And this was maybe the hardest category to pick. I think it has to be, in my mind, drum roll please, the most unique story is Slay the Princess. I mean, look, I am not a visual novel guy, but this one was one that I fucking loved. It was so much fun, and I think a lot about it, man. It was so good. And the voice actors did phenomenal. It was a hard game to voice act too, and they did such a good job. But the way that they told the story and used perspective and the you know, starting over with the roots, such a good game. I didn't even get to see everything, but it was so good. Best game sequel: Borderlands 4, Titanfall 2, BioShock Infinite, Metal Gear Solid 2, Final Fantasy X, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Plants vs. Zombies 2, or Path of Exile 2. Yeah, I mean, this is just a game that's a sequel that's good. I mean, we played a lot this year, so, I mean, look, it could be any of these games, to be honest with you. But in my mind, it's got to be, ladies and gentlemen, the best sequel we played this year is Metal Gear Solid 2! Woo! So, look, chat, let's talk about Metal Gear Solid 2. Again, all those games are amazing. Metal Gear Solid 2, you know, I imagine when it came out of the three, was the weird one. But looking back, 2 has aged so fucking good. When you get to the end of 2, if you're not questioning your entire life and everything you believe in, you wouldn't play the same game. It is such a good game, one that has aged fucking fantastically. And I think, you know, when you're a boy, you like 1 or 3, but when you become a man, you start appreciating the goatedness and the risks that were took with 2. It's such a good game. Please play these games. Okay, we have 2 categories left, gentlemen, I believe. Or 3. This is my personal favorite game that I played this year. So it's not what I think is technically the best game. This is like my personal preference for what I enjoyed the most, okay? So let's go through it. Final Fantasy Tactics, No, I'm Not Human, Satisfactory, Dark Souls, Expedition 33, Dispatch, and Subnautica. Now, look, dude, there is 1,000,000,001 games that could have been nominated as well. We have been spoiled this year. We played a lot of amazing games. Let me make sure there's no more. Okay, yeah, there's, okay. And it's a hard one because I had fun, obviously, with all of these games for different reasons. And they all could easily get this. None of these don't deserve to be here. They're all such different games as well. You know, we've got a strategy RPG. We've got a horror game that requires you to read all the time. A building sim. Dark Souls. I mean, fucking Dark Souls. Expedition 33. Dispatch. Subnautica. But honestly, if I really think about it, the game that I really, really liked this year, and I really sad about in some ways, is that for me, and this might surprise some of you guys, the choice, it was tough. It was very tough, I'll admit. But the best one for me, it's Subnautica, man. This game was so good. I fucking love this game. It's amazing. Look, if you've played this game, it's peak, bro. It's actually peak, okay? Is it rigged? Maybe it is. It's my freaking preference, man. Okay? I'm actually surprised. Look, this game, when you play it, 1 hour magically is turning into 10 and you've just gotten rid of all life responsibilities. This game will suck you in a way that very few games have, especially in the exploration, game type. Building a base was really fun. Learning the lore was really fun. Exploring the world was super fun. There's just so many amazing moments, and I love the time capsule, sending one. It's such a cool mechanic. It's a great game, and it's a tragedy because Subnautica 2, we might never get it, or we'll get it in some weird fucked up state. It's truly one of the biggest gaming tragedies of modern tales. So it's genuinely a really good game, and it could be any of these games. But I'll tell you this: out of all the horror games I played this year, they all pale in comparison to the horror that Subnautica makes you feel. There is something about going deep in the ocean, hearing your fucking moth creak, and you're like, oh god. And then as you get lower and lower to that depth, you see something move, and then you hear the creaking and the siren starts going off. You've reached depth. Doot, doot, and you're like, ah! It's horrific. And again, like when you think of games, it's like everything a game should be. It uses the medium amazingly. But satisfactory also. But look, all these games are amazing, okay? Look at them. All of them are amazing. All of them deserve this award. I'm serious. And it could have been any one of them, and I would have been happy to argue it for you. But I had to pick one. So, next up, this is Mudan's favorite game video. So Mudan, our editor, he edits all the games. And this is one that he enjoyed and thinks the video was the best, okay? So we have Viewfinder, we have Germa's House Flipper, Pokemon But Welsh, Satisfactory, Who's Lila, and Get to Work. So these are Mudan's favorite videos. These are the ones that he likes editing. I couldn't tell you why these are the ones that he likes. Perhaps Mudan can tell you now in the edit. But Mudan's favorite game video that we made all year was... drumroll please. Who's Lila? Oh my god, yes, it was a great video. Mudan fucking cooked with this one. This video was absolute banger. Mudan is the reason I played this game. He recommended it to me. And I'm so glad he did, because it was a extremely good game. The video was very good. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. Not to toot my own horn. The lore video about this game. Bear in mind, you can technically beat this game in like 20 minutes. The lore video about this game is like 8 hours long. So this game has so much depth to it, so many interesting themes, and the gameplay is really unnerving, and it's a great video. So I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. It is Mudan's favorite. He poured his heart and soul into it. We did a bunch of great voiceover for it. It's very good. So go and send it, please. Go and watch it, or play it, or whatever. Just do something. Just make sure this is in your life. So this is a different category. This is the game that I think about the most. So, a lot of the times we play games and we experience them, but we kind of forget about it. We don't think too much about it. We kind of go off with it. Soma, again, I could sit here and glaze this game all week. So many interesting aspects to the story, and again, it gets more relevant every fucking year with AI. An AGI, presumably a thing at some point in our timeline. It's a game that just keeps on giving. Mouthwashing, a really horrific look into just real life, really. I mean, what a horrific story. The characters all offer something really, really almost unique and unnerving. But Swansea is such a good character. He's a man that's kind of rough around the edges, but he's the guy you want in your corner. But he's kind of a scary guy. Curly, oh my god, Curly. Oh my lord. Anya and Shayla. Anya breaks my heart to think about. But I think as a human being, it made me question a lot, what it means to be responsible. To sit by and kind of wave hand things away sometimes is the problem. When you're not taking responsibility or trying to fix things actively, you sometimes end up causing way more disaster and hurt in the end. And it's a really tough game, because I think at one point in all of our lives we We didn't do something we should have. We didn't speak up when maybe we wanted to. And I think it really digs its finger into that wound that we all probably have in our life and kind of twists it a little bit. And I think for that reason, it's amazing. I mean, it's so rare for a story to really hit you in a part of your mind that you've tried to bury. But it did a phenomenal job of it. And I hope that we can all learn from it. Look outside. Again, what's the word? Lovecraftian horror. And such a fucking good game. Very difficult game, but a immaculate story as well with cool themes of just a fucking... I can't talk very well, but it's great. Slay the Princess, again, I've talked so much about it. Perspective, really fucking cool. Please check it out. No, I'm Not Human, again, a game I think so much about and how easy it is for us as humans to go along with authority when we're told to. And it's really hard to break out of that. You know, when we feel like our life is in danger, we will fucking listen to authority figures. And it makes an uncomfortable comparison to that. Bioshock, again, Andrew Ryan feels like a very grounded character. It feels somewhat more relevant than at the time. And Satisfactory, I think about it a lot because it fucking ruined my life. But the game that I thought about the most, and I've been thinking about it, I feel like nearly every day. At some point, it comes up. It's like the Roman Empire for me. It is, without a doubt, these two. These two are the games that pop up. I couldn't choose one. This is a game that I really feel like both of them deserve their flowers. Soma and Mouthwashing are two such amazing games. I think initially I had Soma, but it just felt wrong not having Mouthwashing on the same level. Soma, I think about nearly every fucking day, I'm telling you. It is something that it scares me. And that ending, again, is one of the best endings ever in a video game I've ever experienced. And Mouthwashing, it's such great dialogue, such great character writing. The Swansea speech at the end is so moving. I mean, it's all of it's amazing. And if there's anything that you should play this year, it's these two games. Genuinely, I think from a story perspective, if you haven't played these games, you should play them. Please do it. I know Soma is an older game, but it holds up. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about what is game of the year. Not my personal preference. What I think is just the best game I played this year. We got Soma, we got Dispatch, Expedition 33, Final Fantasy Tactics, Metal Gear Solid 3, which I think as a game is better for gameplay than 2. Plants vs. Zombies 2, Subnautica, and Look Outside. These are genuinely probably my top, or what I think of maybe the top 8 games that I played this year. I like all of them. You forgot Tony Hawk. I did not forget Tony Hawk. But there can only be one, chat. There can only be one winner of Game of the Year. Of my Game of the Year. And that goes to, without any more delay, let's go to the Game of the Year. The winner is of Game of the Year. And this was hard to choose, because I think there's 2 in my mind, but I'll tell you the reasoning of why I went with this one. Game of the Year is no, it's Expedition 33. Yeah, I think it's the best game. This is, as an overall package, it's got it all. Do I think it's the perfect game? No, it's not a perfect game. There are things that I didn't like about it. The UI was, quite frankly, dog shit. Having to go through that and lose 5 minutes every time, not fun. I think the Unreal Engine style, I think they made it work, but at times I'm not a fan of how it looks. But I feel like there's more of a problem with Unreal Engine than Expedition 33, but obviously, stylistically it carries through. The third act is great, but not as good as Act 1 and 2 for me. But overall, it's got everything. The music is great, the gameplay is phenomenal, the fucking characters, the story, the acting, the mocap, it's got everything. It's very good. And I will be playing the side stuff, because I believe they released a new area, or are planning to very soon, and I want to do a stream where we go and do all the side stuff that I missed. So I will go through, and I'm sure I'll feel this way. But look, you could say cop-out, and to some extent, I felt like this was a cop-out for me, because there's so many other games too. Honestly, Dispatch could have won this too, and the only reason why I wouldn't put Dispatch is that it's... Sometimes I feel like it could be more of a game, but that's not anything against Dispatch. It's just that, I don't know, it feels kind of hard giving it not enough game. Like, as a movie, TV show, it's the best, for sure. And voice acting also could easily deserve best voice acting, best story and stuff too. But yeah, I think for me it was that. But Look Outside also was fucking amazing. Subnautica, oh my god. Plants vs. Zombies 2, what a fucking beautiful game. Metal Gear Solid, the entire fucking franchise deserves it. Final Fantasy Tactics absolutely deserves it. Dispatch 2, Soma 2, like all amazing games. But yeah, I think for me, it probably was Expedition 33. And let me tell you another reason why I think it was this too. When I started playing Expedition 33, I was actually sponsored for the first 2 hours to play it. And I was horrifically sick the day I was playing it. I did not feel good at all. I still played for 8 hours. I went on and played for 8 hours, and then I played for 2 days straight next time I had it. I was dying. It was that good. It was very good. And I think, look, out of the games that came out this year, I think it does deserve Game of the Year. I know a lot of people get mad about that, because people get mad about award shows, as we've learned today. But it is a phenomenal game, and it deserves its praise. So shout out to Expedition 33, and that was the Monke Award Show. Let me know down below if you enjoyed the CDawgVA 2025 Game Awards. I'm hoping next year I'll have more time and I can sit here and talk about each game a bit more in depth. Sadly, I'm quite limited on time today, so I will be heading off now. But I hope you enjoyed. Next year, I'll try to flesh it out a bit more, and we'll do more talking and maybe some fun little award things in between. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And what a beautiful set of games that we got to experience. Over 150 we played this year. We have been spoiled. And also, this presentation was made during my Elden Ring playthrough. I probably would have put Shadow of Erdtree on some of these things if I had played it sooner. So, just so you know. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you to it. I'm going to send you guys over to Iron Mouse. I am going to be giving you the flute solo to end. I'm cringe. I'm gonna fucking get off. Bye, guys. Bye.